Hello, if you're feeling stuck in a rut, or perhaps you're feeling fat and frumpy, you feel like age is creeping up on you and you've got nothing to wear that makes you feel confident, then this video is for you, because I've put together a step-by-step plan and I'm going to walk you through it that's going to show you how to go from frumpy to fabulous. So if this is something that you want to explore, then give this video a thumbs up and stick with me. Now let's get into my plan. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Maria. I'm a personal stylist. I've been working with women, helping them to dress confidently for at least the last 20 years. And I know that as a woman, confidence comes and goes in the way that you look. There are probably 3 key times in our life when it really affects us. The first one is when we're a teenager and we go through puberty. And I'm guessing that everybody watching this video has done that, been there, and that's long ago. The second one is quite often when we've had a baby and we've got our hormones are all over the place. And then the third time, of course, is when we get to that sort of 50-ish age and we hit menopause. Our hormones are all over the place. We've got all sorts of other things to contend with. And suddenly we look at those pictures of ourselves back in our 20s and 30s when we thought we didn't look good and we were on a permanent diet, and actually we wish that we looked like that now. But I'm here to tell you that you can age gracefully and with style. But there are a few key steps to go through if you feel like you've lost your way a little bit. It might be that during the pandemic you perhaps didn't bother quite so much. It might be that your wardrobe has got completely out of control, and so it's really hard to find something in there that you feel happy wearing. And there are a few little tweaks that you can do very simply, but there are some other things which will take a little bit longer to sort out. So I'm going to talk you through my step-by-step plan and why I've created it and why it's worth following it through in this order. So step number 1 is to take stock. And for this step, it's a case of understanding what you really need. So it's thinking about your lifestyle. What do you need to dress for? What occasions do you have? What do you like to do with your time? Has your lifestyle changed? Perhaps you've gone from working to being retired. Perhaps you've gone from working in an office to working most of the time at home. Perhaps you spend a lot more time looking after grandchildren. Perhaps you've got days where you want to dress up a little bit and go out and meet friends for coffee. Think about all of those things that you do in your life, and it's a case of determining what you actually need as far as clothes are concerned, because there's no point in having a wardrobe full of suits if you don't work in an office anymore. But some of those suits you might be able to wear again, split up in different ways. And we do come back to that and think about that later on. But first of all, it's a case of taking stock. And part of this taking stock as well is thinking about how you might have changed. So have you gained or lost weight? Has your hair colouring changed? Has your skin colouring changed? Because it can do as we get older. It can perhaps fade a little bit. And maybe if you had a colour analysis many years ago, those colours don't feel quite right on you anymore. So during this step, we're thinking about all of those things that might have changed, about what you actually need now and where you are now. So that's step 1. It's all about taking stock. Now, as part of this step, there's kind of a step 1B, which is all about what you love, because until you know what really lights your fire or what makes you happy, it's really hard to dress to reflect that in your personality as well. So part 1B is all about gathering information about the things that you love. And the easiest way to do this is by creating a mood board. Now, you might want to do something where you stick pictures onto a piece of paper. You might want to create your own mood board within something like Pinterest. There are lots of different options for you. So I want you to think about things that you actually love. And this isn't just clothing, but it should have clothing in there as well. Different looks that you love, people whose style that inspires you. Not that you want to copy, but that you can adapt to suit you. Places that you like to travel to, things that you like to do. Are you somebody who likes clean lines and minimalism? How can you reflect that? Are you somebody who loves the countryside and that sort of English country garden look? Or the big one at the moment is the coastal grandmother look, and I will be putting something about that in this month's magazine as well. So it's thinking about all of those things that you love and collecting together some ideas that you can come back to later on. So once you've done all of that, you're ready to move on to step 3. Now, step 3 is all about colour, because I think colour is so important. For those of you who don't know me, I never put my clients into seasonal colour boxes. So I would never tell you that you're a spring or a summer or an autumn or a winter. What I like to do is find the colours that suit you physically, but then I also like to tailor your colour palette to include colours that you love and that make you happy, because there's no point in having a wardrobe full of spring colour clothes if you really don't like those colours and you don't want to wear them. Because colours that don't necessarily suit you physically can light you up as well, or they can make you happy. So let's find a way to put those into your wardrobe. And within this step, it's all about creating a colour palette that really works for you. Now, I've done quite a few different videos on colour palettes, so I'm going to link one here that talks about colour. But the other thing that you might want to think about is how your colours changed. I touched on this briefly earlier about perhaps you've gone grey or perhaps your skin colours changed. And so what you need to do is adapt those colours that you've been wearing. It might be that if your hair's going grey, you need to soften those colours a little bit, especially if you've had very dark hair and your colouring has lightened. It might be that you need to add a little bit more vibrancy. So again, I did create a video which is all about how to adapt your colours for grey hair, so I will link that for you here as well. So this step is all about readjusting your colours to make them work for you, and so that when you open your wardrobe in the morning, you've got colours that make you happy. Now, step 4 is all about dressing your body with confidence. And again, I've moved away a little bit from talking about those traditional body shapes, because quite often we don't actually fit into one of them. We might be curvy on the top and straight on the bottom. And also you may have moved from one to another, or your body shape has changed when you've turned 50. This isn't a case of having to lose weight. In my younger days, I was an hourglass shape. I've always had a full bust. I had a small waist and I had sort of curvy hips but a flat bottom. And since then, my waist has gone. So it's thinking about how I adapt the things that I wear to suit me better. Now, I'm going to pop in 2 pictures here to show you the difference that just a couple of little tweaks can make in dressing yourself confidently. Now I'm going to slot in a couple of pictures for you, because in the first picture, this is an outfit which you might get up in the morning and think, I'm going to wear this because it's a hot day. I just want to wear a vest top, a pair of linen trousers, so that I feel comfortable in the heat. Now, the problem with this is a really unflattering outfit for me. It gives me no shape. I don't feel good in it. The shoes that I've put on with it are really too heavy to go with the trousers. So it's learning about those things that are going to make you feel confident about your body. And again, I wouldn't dictate to you what you can and you can't wear. We've had this conversation about whether you can wear something sleeveless over 50 or not, and I'm not going to tell you that there are things you can't wear, because what's important is how you feel in it and how you feel good in it. Now, in this second picture, all I've done is untuck the top, put this little kimono jacket over the top and a pendant. These are ways that I can slim down that sort of long central part of me that doesn't give me any confidence. I've put on a pair of sandals that are much more in keeping with the look, and I immediately feel so much better. Oh, and of course I've popped on a lipstick as well. So little tweaks like this can immediately improve your confidence. So think about the things that do make you feel more confident. It might be putting lipstick on, it might be wearing some makeup, it might be painting your nails so that they look pretty. So in my Stylish at 50 Blueprint program, we talk about all of these things and how to create outfits that give you confidence. And the next step is thinking about your personal style. Now again, I talked about this briefly when I said about the mood board. So it's those things that make you feel happy. And there are a couple of really easy ways that you can hone in to what your personal style is. The first thing that you can do is go to your wardrobe and pull out, say, 6 to 10 items that you absolutely love. Now, I don't want you to think about whether they fit you or how you're going to wear them. I just want you to pull out those 6 to 10 items that you absolutely love. Now, lay them out somewhere so that you can see them all. And I want you to see if there are any common themes in there. Are they perhaps all warm colours? Are they perhaps all tactile fabrics? Are they a certain style? Perhaps they've got a little bit of boho in them, or perhaps they are very classic. You can include with this a few accessories as well, so have a look at those. Have you put a string of pearls in there which kind of indicate a little bit of a classic leaning? Or have you put a pair of hooped earrings which might give you that little bit of a boho feel? So I want you to look at those pieces and see if you can come up with 3 to 5 words that will group those pieces together, and that will give you a really good indication of what your personal style is. And I use these keywords to help my clients in the future work out what's right for them. So our next step is to go through a wardrobe edit. Now, you can be really much more focused about doing this than you might have been in the past because you've gathered all of that information up to this point. So you've had a look at which colours you now want to have in your wardrobe. You've had a look at which shapes and pieces of clothing make you feel good. You've now got some keywords that will tell you whether an item's right or wrong for you. And now you can pick out a piece from your wardrobe and say, does that fit? Are the colours good? Is the shape good? Does it have those keywords? If it doesn't and you don't wear it, it's time for it to go. Now, I'm going to pop in another video here that I did a little while ago about editing your wardrobe and creating new outfits, because I don't want to go into the whole process in this video because it will get very long. And so once you've got those pieces that are really right for you, you can create a core capsule wardrobe. And again, I'm going to link in the description box a video that I did about this, because a core capsule wardrobe is something that you can have throughout the year. It's something that you can always create outfits with, and it's something that you can expand upon to add your colours, to add your personality, to add those items that have got your keywords in them. So this step is really important because it means that you will always have something to wear that you know you look good in, whatever the occasion, and you'll be able to add to it and build it into a wardrobe that really works for you. Now, the next step that I teach my clients is about accessorizing. And as far as accessorizing is concerned, I'm not just talking about things like necklaces and handbags and shoes. I'm also talking about makeup, so how you accessorize your look with makeup. And I'm also talking about things like fabrics, prints, and textures, because these are all important as well. They're important as far as dressing your body is concerned, But they're also important as part of your style personality as well. Some people love prints, some people don't. Some people love floral prints, some people love abstract prints. So it's all about discovering which of those work for you and how you can build them into your wardrobe, as well as the traditional accessories like handbags, shoes, hats, all of that kind of thing. Now, by the time you've gone through this whole process, I promise you, you will feel very differently about your wardrobe. Because you've followed a process, you'll be surprised at how easy it becomes to see where you've made mistakes in the past and why you're not going to make those mistakes in the future. So if you take something out of your wardrobe that perhaps you bought and haven't worn, you can now look at it and understand why you haven't worn it. It might be the colour, it might be the shape, it might be something to do with those style keywords, that it just doesn't feel right on you. And in the future, it means that when you're shopping, you can easily hone in on the pieces that will work for you. The other thing that this will help you do is have confidence in really giving your wardrobe a good clear out, because if there are a load of things in there that don't work for you anymore, and now you know why, you'll have the confidence to get rid of them. And I know it's hard when you've bought something and you've spent money on it and you feel guilty because you haven't worn it. But every time you open your wardrobe doors, if you leave that item in there, it's going to continue to make you feel guilty. And the same is true of items that don't fit you. Please, please, please get rid of things which you're slimming into, because again, if it doesn't happen, it's going to make you feel bad. What I want you to do is find some things that work for you now, that make you feel good now. If you don't like the label in the item, the size label in the item, just cut it out, because I want you to feel confident, and the way to do that is to really understand what works for you. So if this is something that you want more information on, then I'm going to put information about my Stylish at 50 blueprint down in the description box. If you have any questions, then please do leave me a comment and I will come back to you. Or email me if you want to talk to me privately, then please do that as well. But I hope that at least going through this process of steps, if you want to go ahead and try and do this yourself, then you've got a plan of where to start. And as I said, I will link lots of videos that will help you with these steps, because I have talked about a lot of them in the past before. But I wanted to give you an overall plan of which steps to go through, so that you can go from start where you're perhaps feeling a little bit lacking in confidence, to the end where you know that you can open your wardrobe doors in the morning and get dressed confidently. And as I say, please do get in touch if you would like my help, because I would love to help you. I've helped lots of other women through this process, and I know the transformation that can take place. So if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I will be having lots more videos which are going to break down some of these steps and talk you through some of them, as well as ideas of how to wear different things with confidence. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.